If you are over 60 and you take vitamins every day, especially without thinking too much about the dose, the timing, or the combination, this is something you need to pay close attention to. Because what feels like a healthy habit can quietly turn into liver damage over time. Many older adults believe vitamins are always safe, that more is better. That if something is sold over the counter, it cannot harm you. But that belief is not always true. In fact, after more than 2 decades of working with older patients, I have repeatedly seen a pattern that concerns me. Individuals who are trying to protect their health unknowingly put stress on their liver simply by taking vitamins incorrectly. The problem is not the vitamin itself. The problem is how it is taken. I remember a patient in his early 70s. He came in with fatigue that he could not explain. No sharp pain, no dramatic symptoms. Just a slow loss of energy and mild discomfort on the right side of his abdomen. He told me he was doing everything right, eating better, taking supplements daily. But when we reviewed his routine, he was taking multiple products containing the same fat-soluble vitamins, especially vitamin A and vitamin D. His liver enzymes were elevated. His liver was under strain, and he had no idea. That is what makes this dangerous. The damage builds quietly. Your liver works like a filtration system. Every pill you take must pass through it. If the load becomes too heavy, even healthy substances can become harmful. What I am about to show you will help you understand exactly how this happens, which vitamins are most risky when misused, and what simple changes can protect your liver starting today. Because the difference between support and damage is often just one small mistake repeated daily. Most people assume that vitamins simply boost the body, that they fill gaps and improve health without consequences. But inside your body, something very different is happening. Your liver does not treat vitamins casually. It processes them carefully, especially certain types known as fat-soluble vitamins. These include vitamins A, D, E, and K. Unlike water-soluble vitamins, which your body can flush out through urine, fat-soluble vitamins are stored. They accumulate over time. Think of your liver like a storage warehouse. If you keep sending in shipments without removing anything, eventually that warehouse becomes overloaded. And when that happens, the system begins to fail. This is where the risk begins. For example, too much vitamin A can become toxic. It starts to irritate liver cells. Over time, this can lead to inflammation and even permanent damage. Vitamin D, when taken excessively, can disrupt calcium balance and place additional strain on both the liver and kidneys. Now, here is the part most people miss. You may not even realize how much you are taking. A multivitamin contains 1 dose. A separate supplement adds more. Fortified foods add even more. Individually, they seem harmless. Together, they create overload. And your liver pays the price. Understanding this internal mechanism is the first step. But knowing where mistakes happen in daily life is what truly protects you. The first major mistake I see in older adults is doubling or tripling the same vitamin without realizing it. This usually happens with multivitamins. Someone takes a daily multivitamin, then adds a separate vitamin D supplement because they heard it supports bones. Then maybe a vision supplement containing vitamin A. Each one seems beneficial, but together they create a dangerous overlap. This is especially risky after 60 because your liver becomes less efficient with age. It is still working, but it processes substances more slowly. That means buildup happens faster than before. What you should do instead is very simple. Check your labels. Look at the total daily intake of each vitamin across everything you take. Not just one bottle, but all of them combined. If you see the same vitamin repeated multiple times, that is your warning sign. Another simple step is to bring your supplement list to your doctor or pharmacist. Let them review it with you. This is not about stopping vitamins. It is about taking them correctly, because even a healthy habit becomes harmful when it is repeated in the wrong way. The second issue is dosage. Many older adults believe that higher doses mean stronger benefits, but your body does not work that way. Your liver processes vitamins within a safe range. When you go beyond that range, the system becomes stressed. Imagine pouring water into a glass. Up to a certain point, it is fine. But once the glass is full, any additional water spills over and creates a mess. High-dose supplements can push your body past its safe limit. This is especially common with vitamin A. Excess vitamin A can lead to liver swelling, fatigue, joint pain, and even long-term liver damage if continued. What makes this dangerous is that the symptoms are vague. They can be mistaken for aging. The safer approach is to stay within recommended daily limits unless your doctor has specifically advised otherwise. More is not better. Correct is better. Now let's talk about long-term consequences. When the liver is under constant strain, it does not fail overnight. It slowly becomes inflamed. This inflammation can lead to fatty liver changes, reduced detoxification ability, and eventually more serious conditions. And here is where it becomes more concerning. Your liver is connected to many systems in your body. When it struggles, you may notice fatigue, poor digestion, brain fog, or changes in your energy levels. These are often dismissed as normal aging, but in many cases, they are early warning signs. One of the most important actions you can take is to pay attention to subtle changes. If you feel consistently tired, if your appetite changes, or if you notice discomfort in your upper abdomen, do not ignore it. These are signals. Your body is trying to tell you something. Let me pause here for a moment and ask you something. If you are over 60 and currently taking any vitamin daily, I want you to reflect honestly. Have you ever checked the total dose across all your supplements? If yes, that is good. If not, you are not alone. In fact, most people have never done this. If this applies to you, you can simply think to yourself, this is something I need to review, because awareness is the turning point. Now let's continue, because what comes next is even more important. There is another layer to this problem that many people overlook: medication interaction. If you are taking prescription medications, your liver is already working to process those. Adding high-dose vitamins on top of that increases the load. Certain medications combined with excess vitamins can intensify liver stress. For example, cholesterol medications, pain relievers, and some antibiotics already rely heavily on liver processing. When combined with unnecessary high-dose supplements, the system becomes overwhelmed. This is where serious damage can begin. The safest approach is coordination. Never assume supplements are separate from medications. They are processed together. Your liver does not separate them. It handles everything at once. Now let me clarify something important. Not all vitamins are dangerous. In fact, when used correctly, they can be extremely helpful. The goal is not to stop vitamins. The goal is precision. Right dose, right combination, right timing, and most importantly, based on your actual needs. This is why testing can be useful. Instead of guessing, a simple blood test can show whether you truly need a specific vitamin. This removes the risk of overuse, and it gives you control. So what should you do starting today? First, review everything you are taking. Write it down. Every supplement, every vitamin. Second, look for duplication. If the same vitamin appears multiple times, that is your first correction point. Third, check dosages. Stay within recommended limits unless advised otherwise by your doctor. Fourth, consider getting your levels tested. This helps you take only what your body actually needs. And finally, if you take medications, discuss your supplements with your doctor. This step alone can prevent serious complications. These actions are simple, but they are powerful, because they shift you from guessing to knowing. Here is what I want you to remember. Your liver is one of the most important organs in your body. It works quietly, every day, without asking for attention. But it has limits. And when those limits are exceeded, even by something as simple as a vitamin, the consequences can build over time. The good news is this: you are not powerless. By making small, informed adjustments, you can protect your liver, support your health, and avoid unnecessary damage. Start with one step today. Review what you are taking. That one action can change everything. If you found this helpful, share it with someone you care about. Many older adults are making this mistake without realizing it. And if you want more clear, medically grounded guidance like this, consider subscribing. Because the goal is not just to live longer, it is to stay strong, independent, and informed as you age. Take care of your body. It is still working hard for you.